you contoured in those lashes.
And you're watching Radio Art Pop.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I've had a couple drinks and oh my god.
Last night, January was 6th, you weren't in love. January was 6th, you weren't in love. January was 6th, you weren't in love. Last night on the holiday, January was 6th, let's keep it calling. January look at the day, see us to the pool. January was 6th, oh, when I'm not into you, make love in the 6th.
Hi guys, I'm Tim. This is episode 81 of... Stop myself, 81. This is episode 81 of Radio Art Pop. I am getting old. And on International Women's Day, I'm here with three of my favorite ladies, Courtney, Jamie, and Elisa. Everyone say hi.
Hi! Hi!
Now, there's something really cool about all three of them, but I am not even going to introduce them to you until the end of the show because the best comes last. And they're better than anything we're talking about today. But how can that be? Because we're talking about the motherfucking Oscars.
Not just the Oscars, the motherfucking Oscars.
The motherfucking... They weren't motherfucking before, but then you add Lady Gaga in there with the Sound of Music tribute, and they've upgraded.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we were pretty bored before she came on.
Just one of those annoying award shows that happens that makes all other TV stop mattering for a night.
I'm just kicking myself because I should have had a camera on Tim. I should have just had it on him for the whole time because it was hysterical.
Elisa and I were watching the Oscars together. Elisa, do you want to tell everyone what happened when Gaga came on stage?
I'm so excited.
Well, basically, Tim was like, and then the next thing is she opens her mouth and he's like, and he's just the whole time.
I was freaking out. I think the worst part for Elisa, though, sitting next to me, was when Julie Andrews comes on stage. I literally went, ah!
That was the best part. And my husband was like, what the hell? What was that?
I knew a day in advance that she was doing a tribute to the Sound of Music, and it was on the internet, but people, weren't accepting it because they wanted to hear Till It Happens to You so badly for some reason.
Don't get me started.
They were all like, where's your receipts? How do you know that she's performing this? What news story can you yeah, how much did that news cost kind of thing? And it's like, no, I see someone else who I know is credible talk about it, so I know it's happening. But a lot of people, up until she actually came on stage, could not believe she was going to do a tribute to the Sound of Music. So I'm going to ask you guys, Courtney, you first. How big of a shock was that for you? Did you know in advance before the performance what she was doing?
I had heard whispers and rumors. So I was actually hoping because I love the Sound of Music, first off. Oh, my God. I was obsessed with it as a kid, and I was in the musical once I was a nun. Yeah. As I sit here in full drag, I was a nun. So I was actually really excited. I was hoping that she would. And when Julie Andrews came out, first of all, when she opened her mouth, second of all, when Julie Andrews came out, Jamie and I were actually together watching it, and with our friend Megan, and we were on a giant drag trip, and we were at my drag mother's house in Long Island, and the three of us were all in one bed, in tears. We were almost crying. All three of us were just freaking out. And then Julie Andrews came on, and all of the emotions were there, ready to go. And poor Chiffon, my poor drag mother, was just looking at the three of us this is a lot. I love Gaga, but this is much. Because the three of us are all Gaga fans, all sitting there, and we're exhausted, and we're sick, and we're just the whole time. We were freaking out. It was amazing. Her voice was just...
Can you explain to everyone what a drag mother is?
Oh, I'm sorry. So a drag mother is when an older, more experienced drag queen adopts you to help you improve your drag so you look less stupid. Hi, Siobhan!
It's going well.
Yeah, I have eyebrows now, so...
I can kind of hear New York in your voice.
Really?
Yeah, I think something stuck.
My life. It's my home.
Jamie, what did you think when you saw Gaga perform? First of all, she comes out in that beautiful fucking white dress. And you're like, this is not a Gaga outfit.
Oh, well, we all freaked out because gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the gray hair killed us pretty dead, first off. And then she, of course, well, and then, yeah, just a little bit. And obviously she's a fantastic singer, and everyone's so shocked and all this thing, and I'm sitting up here like, yep.
Yeah.
Been listening to her sing quite well for about 4 or 5 years now. I'm glad everybody else is catching on now.
Yeah. Welcome to the party.
It was just, yeah, welcome to the life of us crying, even though we've heard her sing 1,000 times before. But yeah, we were all crouched. We were all like, I just went inside my sweater and I was like, no, not dealing with life right now.
I think we have pictures of it actually.
Elisa, could you tell when you saw the performance?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Elisa, could you tell when you saw the performance that this was going to be something that kind of pushed her career forward really fast and changed people's minds about her?
Like the second or third word came out of her mouth that the rest of the world was finally going to see past all of the fluff and the sparkle and the glitter and, you know, all the kitsch and everything. They were going to see that she actually is very, very talented. And instead of seeing the, you know, just the pop diva or, you know, just being with one genre of music. And again, I've said before, you know, with the fact of having the album out, the jazz album out, has opened a bunch of doors. Now this, again, is bringing a whole nother section of the population to seeing that she really is talented and that she's multi-talented across, you know, different facets. It's not just one thing. And she herself, how was she describing it beforehand, Tim? Because we talked about it, and I can't remember the exact verbiage that she used.
Well, we were actually, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I was filming Radio Art Pop while we were waiting for the show to start, and she was on the red carpet, and she said that she was going to do a performance to honor a movie that changed movies and music. But what we thought she said, because we're like half paying attention to Radio Art Pop, half watching the Oscars, was that her performance would forever change movies and change music. So we were like, what the fuck is she gonna do?
But she still really kind of did. I mean, it really did open a lot of people's eyes. And I was so surprised at the media the next day going, oh my gosh, the woman that blew the Oscars away. And just like, wait a minute, we know she can sing. Why is everybody else so damn surprised? You know,
I wanna like tell you guys something I've kind of realized about the general public and about the news media is that the reason for so long they hated on Gaga when they didn't have anything nice to say was that they had to say something about Gaga. After being able to watch statistics of who's coming into populove.net and which stories are getting the most shares and all of that great old stuff, I can tell you that populove.net gets more visitors as soon as there is a Gaga story up than it gets with any other type of story, period. And it doesn't matter if it's about Gaga not releasing music or if it's about Gaga doing American Horror Story. Any Gaga story gets the most hits. And maybe that's because I have this audience through Radio Art Pop, but I think that the numbers are so dramatically different for Gaga stories versus other stories that it just shows she has been a moneymaker always, not just now that she's being liked again. And that's why people were so quick to hate her in the media for so long, is because they were making money off every story.
Yeah, and I was just completely blown away by the dress. Oh my gosh, that dress was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was perfect for the number and everything. And I grew up on, you know, Sound of Music and, you know, being much older than all of you. That I remember, you know, every Sunday they would have it on, like once or twice a year. It'd be on a Sunday night. It was always a big event. My mom and I would always sit down and, you know, make a big deal out of it. And then to see Gaga singing all those songs, you know, I was singing along with her real quiet, you know that. And but it was just really an amazing moment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to share some statistics with you guys about what happened on the internet after that performance. Okay.
Did you break it?
I mean, the internet can't be broken anymore. There were times that you could shut down Facebook or Twitter, but the internet really can't be broken anymore.
Good.
But she did her absolute best. She had over 400 million mentions on Twitter.
Mhm. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
That in itself is just insane.
Insane.
Now, is that like mentions, like tagged mentions, or like just people mentioning her name? Like, do you know which one they tracked? So that doesn't even count, like, just people saying Gaga and Lady Gaga, and that's crazy.
Yep. I think there were
all me.
five.
It was right here.
There were 5 hashtags associated with either Gaga and the Oscars, or Oscars and the Sound of Music, or Oscars Tribute that trended on Twitter and Facebook in the first 24 hours. All 5 of them were trending at the same time at one point. So she was like the most talked about person that entire evening and the next day. According to Google, she had the most attention that any one celebrity has seen since Beyonce out of nowhere dropped Beyonce.
Didn't she do that before, though? Wasn't she like the most #1 Googled person
of the year or something? For
okay, so
yeah.
All right.
I know nothing.
Like, I'm reading all of this stuff, and it's you just know that she's like at the peak of a new milestone of her career. She generated approximately 800,000 news stories in the first 24 hours after the performance.
Just the same thing rewritten 18 million times.
Yes. But, like, all of the money just made for other people off that performance from all of those news stories. 800,000 in 24 hours. That's according to Google. ABC's video uploaded the performance on Facebook, had reached 8 million views in 24 hours. There are some pop stars that can't even get their music to reach anything near that, like, in a week. So, I don't mean to be shading anyone, but the queen is here.
I do.
Jamie's like, right here.
I'll do it.
And we were talking about how the performance so obviously was able to highlight to other people that aren't Gaga fans that she has talent. And in an interview that Billboard did in the past week with some people at Interscope, they said that the entire purpose of what has been the plan for this year since early last year was to show people both sides of Gaga, both that she's not just creative but also has the talent. And I think obviously with the Oscars performance, with the tribute performances in February that weren't for the Sound of Music but were for Stevie Wonder and Sting, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that they're doing like a really good fucking job of showing her to the public as a regular person who's talented.
Yeah, I think that, again, like, I keep going back to the same thing, but it just makes me go, okay, but, like, how did you not realize? Like, she's got, like, I don't mean to be rude, but, like, I know she's got, like, her pop bangers where you don't hear her voice so much, and it's, like, produced a little bit, and it's all about the beat, but, like, there are so many songs that, like, did reach the GP that, like, she belts it out and blows everybody away, and, like, now so many people, and, like, it's funny being, like, a fan who, like, talks openly about their fandom, and people know that you love her and know that, like, if they see something Lady Gaga, they automatically relate it to you. Because I got, like, 9 texts and, like, a whole bunch of wall posts being like, oh my god, did you see Lady Gaga at the Oscars? Did you hear she totally slayed? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't. Really? Was she good? Like, of course I did.
Oh my god. Okay. My
We're busy.
My aunt
I don't have the time.
And this is the woman who, like, got me to New York for the Art Rave, the album release party. The woman who has helped me in every project I've ever done, including Radio Art Pop. She still calls me for any time that Gaga is on TV because she's always in front of her TV. So if she sees on her menu or hears on a news show that Gaga's doing something,
she's like,
she will call me, and I'm like, I know, I've known for like 3 months. Can I get back to watching it? So yeah.
I just think it's so funny because people were like, wow, you were right. Like, wow, I'm really impressed. Like, she's really talented. And I was like, I don't need to be told that I was right. Like,
oh my gosh, yes.
Like, what's all this we've been saying? Are we just chopped liver? I mean, what is it, you know?
Right. It changed how people look at us.
Like, I thought you guys liked her because she was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, people started coming out of the closet, oh, I always thought you were crazy for liking her, but in reality, you saw something before the rest of us. It's like, yep.
But like before
Exactly
the
what
me and a casual million other people.
yeah, it kills me when people say that because it's like it's not like she's like some underground little known artist. Like she's been a superstar for 6 years.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Wait, what?
Oh, that's right, Lady Gaga. Never heard of her today.
She's right.
Said no one.
Some lady has spent all my money on.
Yeah, really.
In other news, as I kind of said, Gaga is doing American Horror Story Hotel. She got to announce to us. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Let your bodies take over.
This is terrible because we are always together when this crap happens. Me and Courtney and Megan, and we're like a firestorm of death. And as soon as we find something out, we're just like, and then we tell the other person, then everyone's just like. It's very bad.
Firestorm of death.
Okay, so that was your initial reaction when you found out about American Horror Story, then?
Yeah, we were like all in a hotel together, and we'd been out at a drag show till like 5 a.m. And that was one of the only days that we could actually sleep in because we had late checkout. And so it was like 11 a.m. and we're all like kind of in our PJs, like in bed, not really doing anything. And of course, the first thing we all do when we wake up is like reach for our phone and see like which drag queens like our post while we slept and stuff. So we're all three of us on our phones. And all of a sudden, like, I click on it and watch it, and honestly, I actually didn't react at first because I thought it was, like, a fan edit of, like, one of the Monster Balls. So I watched it and not done anything, and then all of a sudden I hear Jamie, like, like this, like, war call, and I'm like... And then Megan starts going, did you see? Did you see? Did you see? And then I realized it was not, in fact, a Monster Ball interlude. It was a real thing. So then we stopped the internet looking at all the reactions and stuff for like an hour.
We didn't have to go very far. My entire timeline was posts.
Yeah. And on like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, like it was everywhere. Yeah. So that was our reaction.
She kind of took the world by storm again and again and again and again in February.
She had a busy week.
She's trying to kill us. She's trying to kill us. She's trying to kill us all.
She's like, look at many people like
thing that's just like some ridiculous thing, like everyone's invited to my wedding.
It's been a busy couple weeks. I mean, between the engagement and this, and the plunge into the lake, which is hysterical.
Of course, she would do that in like full lipstick and a wig.
Yeah, but I love that she went so low key. And I mean, there were people there who they interviewed. They were like, we didn't even realize she was there, or that's who that was. And because
meanwhile, if we'd been there, we would have
or anything else. But yet, I still have to laugh at the fact that Taylor threw her in the water.
I'd have been pissed.
That was funny. And the comments of that she thought her weave was going to freeze. That was the best ever.
I'm impressed that it stayed on, to be honest.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm surprised that glue didn't crack off.
So, Courtney, are you as big of an American Horror Story fan as Jamie, or is Jamie just the one and only biggest AHS fan?
I am not quite as big as Jamie. I have not yet transferred myself into What's-His-Face the Clown. Jamie did.
How dare you, madam?
Jamie, where do I find this photo
Twisty.
right now?
Twisty, that's it.
What?
Where do I find photos of this right now?
Instagram.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Of me as Twisty?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you talk amongst yourselves, and I will do it.
Jamie will subject you all to that. So, I really like the show, but I'm actually a season behind. I only started watching it actually on Halloween because I was too sick to leave bed. And so I watched the first however many seasons, and now I have to watch Freak Show. And I was going to do it anyways, but now I extra have to do it because then I clearly have to watch the new season. So.
This is failing really hard. Oh, God.
So, Jamie, what's going to happen in AHS Hotel?
Besides you having an aneurysm.
Well, I think there's gonna be a really creepy hotel. I don't know if you guys got any clues from that. And then I think there's gonna be some death, and then maybe some blood, and then yeah.
And a plot twist.
And don't know. Ryan Murphy is so strange and like ridiculous that like I can't even guess what's gonna happen anymore. Like,
I just got
in Freak Show when they had Twisty, and I was like, oh, good, excellent, wonderful character for the season. Dead within the first, like, not even half of the season. I was like, fine, yeah, it's great, perfect.
Don't spoil it. I haven't seen all of the episodes yet. I think I have like 4 or 5 left to go.
I haven't seen any.
Batgirl. I have not seen it.
Jamie,
Oh!
you can all go follow Jamie.
That is so awesome.
That's terrifying.
The comments, please no, please no. And then that girl tagged her friend, and the friend came and was like, why? Whatever.
Okay, Courtney, before we started the show, I mentioned Till It Happens to You, and you were like, oh, I don't even want to... Okay, what was that about?
I have so many opinions here. So I'm just like really mad at the world for really like, I thought it was extremely disrespectful that the whole world was like, I can't believe you're not releasing it. Put that shit on iTunes. I want to hear it. Da 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 da. Me. I want it. I want it. I want it. I wanted to smack everyone in the face. That song is about surviving sexual assault, and you have no ownership of it, and it is not yours. And she created it for a specific reason, to be released within a specific context, to deal with a very difficult experience in a specific way. I can't read what that says. Feminist alert. Feminist rant alert. And I just you have no right to demand that she sell that shit for profit just because you want to hear it quicker than she said you could hear it. Take a seat and shut up. Like, they're devaluing what the song means to her and to the people who are going to hear it who relate to those experiences, and just what the song means. Like, she obviously wanted us to hear it not for profit within the context of the documentary, and people were whining and bitching and fucking crying left, right, and center. And like, I'm not saying I don't want to hear the song. I'd love to hear the song. I think it leaked. I have not listened. I ignored it purposely. I didn't really go on my Twitter for like a week because I was like, I'm just going to feminist rant bullshit everywhere and get really mad at everybody. But I just think that people were really disrespectful about it, and also kind of stupid, point blank. So
it will happen to you.
That's what that was
Gaga says it will happen to you.
Exactly. Well, and it's not your song, and they're not your experiences to listen about, and they're not, like, you don't get to demand that just because, I could go on forever. It was one of those times where I just, like, disagreed with everybody and had to watch it before I pissed people off.
Just one of the
Just
times.
one of the few times.
The leak that happened was a medium quality potato recording of the song in a theater.
No!
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even listen. I was like, ugh, made me mad.
Would anyone be pissed off if I
Do it
played
now.
a few seconds here?
Nope.
If you
You
must.
want to hear
I
it,
haven't
Courtney?
heard it yet. No, I'm going to take my headphones out.
Okay, never mind.
Are you
I
sure?
wanted to see you hear it.
Okay, fine. We'll play
You're
it.
ruining
Fine.
it for the rest of us. You're ruining it.
Fine, we'll play it.
Okay.
I'm going to cry.
Tell me, hold your head up, and be strong.
Oh, no.
Oh, you gotta get up, you gotta get up, and move on. Tell me how the hell can you talk, how can you talk? Just until you walk where I walk, it's just no talk. Tell it happens to you.
That's all you get.
Well, I already know I'm going to cry.
That wasn't really potato. That was more like butternut squash quality, and I liked it.
You're a mess.
I thought it was
Delicious.
smooth going in and smooth going out. Okay.
That was gorgeous.
Not to like poop on your party or anything, Courtney, but it was revealed yesterday that the song is going to be released now. Diane Warren said on Twitter that she knows it's going to be released, she just doesn't know when yet. So
I mean, I figured that it would be eventually. It wasn't necessarily them releasing it that bothered me. It was people being entitled little prick faces that bothered me.
I think that I bothered some people for being the opposite. Because I was like, listen, it's not coming out, deal with it, I'm putting my foot down. By the way, Bobby said it wasn't a Gaga song and that she didn't write any part of it and that Gaga just recorded it and had nothing to do with it besides putting her vocals on it. And then all this information came out that it was co-written by Gaga and co-produced by Gaga, and that's what it says in the movie credits, and I'm like, well, okay, so what's happening now? Because everything has changed. Bobby says it's not being released, and now it's being released. Bobby says it's not a Gaga song and did not have her creativity in it. It's being released and supposedly written by Gaga, or co-written by Gaga.
So Bobby threw us all for a loop.
We know nothing!
That was essentially Bobby being like, yeah, that was Bobby pulling a gimmick, being like, stop whining, sit down, and shut up.
Yep, pretty much.
That was Bobby being like, I've had enough of y'all.
Bobby schooled everybody.
Everyone got schooled. Everyone started acting like idiots because you had people like me acting really stupid going, no, it's not being released, shut up. And then you had people that wanted it to be released being stupid going, release it, what's wrong with you? Why don't you want the money?
That's what bugs me.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me. That's rude.
See,
so
this is why I just sit on my back and I don't participate.
No, Jamie, you don't participate in anything.
No, well, no, I mean I don't participate in like Twitter drama and stuff.
Yeah.
I just sit back, watch it happen, and then I just wait for my jazz in a field show, and I'm just gonna go to it, and then that's it.
Hashtag jazz in a field. I do participate sometimes if there's feminism involved.
I try to just tell people to shut the fuck up. If I think that they're being stupid or saying something stupid, I tell them to educate themselves.
I'm an old lady who still struggles with Twitter, so bear with me.
It's terrible.
We are running a little bit over, so I want to get to one last Gaga topic real fast, and then I want to tell you why I love all three of these ladies, and then it's time for Catherine Skaz to present some remixes for you guys. Okay, last Gaga topic, just real fast. What does everyone think about her not releasing pop music this year? Courtney, go.
I love her no matter what she does, and I'm totally okay with whatever decision she makes.
Jamie, go.
That was really not like had no undertones at all. I love her pop music. I know. Go ahead, yell at me. I don't particularly enjoy jazz just because I don't know if you can tell. I'm a very hyper person, so I like just like dancing around and doing stuff, so like jazz isn't really my forte, but of course I will support her in doing it because I know that she loves it, blah, 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 blah. Know that she likes doing it and whatever, so I'm very into it for her, but I have a couple of drag queen albums and a new Adam album coming out, so I'm set for a while, honey, so take the time.
Elisa, go.
You do you.
Basically, you know what? If she doesn't want to release music this year, that's completely up to her. She has at this point made enough, earned enough, done enough that it is time that if she wants to do something she wants to do, then damn it, she can do it. Who are we to say that she can't? I will sit back. I will patiently wait because good things come to those who wait. And when she does release new music, it is going to be the bomb.
Yeah,
I'm begging her for a new tour to give us more than half an hour notice on those freaking tickets, though. That shit was not cool.
Right now, Gaga is, performing these tributes that are slaying the world. She is getting ready to start filming for American Horror Story Hotel this summer, and right now she's in Paris for Paris Fashion Week. Actually, I think she got back. I don't know. Point is, she has enough on her plate, and she has enough that she's doing right now, that if she were to put out a pop album this year, it would be rushed. It would not be what her perfectionist, artistic mind needs.
And don't forget, she's planning a wedding on top of all of this.
She's fucking engaged! So, yeah, I'm not too upset about there not being a pop album. I think it just kind of came as a shock to some people after seeing her in the studio at the beginning of the year. And I think people got a little, like, overhyped just on that. I know some people were like, don't even post photos of yourself in the studio. We don't want to be hyped like we were for Born This Way. Okay.
Again, people are kind of like self-entitled assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. I said if she wants to take the time to do what she wants to do, then let her do it. She has earned this. She's worked hard. How hard has she worked the past 6 years? You know, how long has she busted her ass to get where she is? So if she wants to go off and do her own thing, then do it. Babe, have fun. We love you. We will be waiting patiently for when the music comes, and we will love it when it happens, and we love you for what you do, and do what you feel you need to do. Follow your heart. You tell us to follow ours, follow yours.
And we will recreate all the looks.
If you're not Vinny, maybe hit up Adam Lambert, and maybe you guys can do a song together, and you can put that on the album.
Throw in a couple drag queens while you're at it. Why not?
If we're going to do that, then we had a conversation with Nick Rhodes at Duran Duran. Talk to Duran Duran. They probably would love to work with you, too.
If we're going to get Gaga to record with all of our faves, I think there's going to be at least like a list of 30 people she's singing duets with. Everyone watching this show should already know Courtney. Courtney is from Free Bitch TV. She danced on stage with Gaga to Swine in what city was that, Courtney?
Ottawa.
Yes,
My
you would
hometown.
So everyone knows Courtney. I love Courtney. She is a creative genius. Obviously, in case you can't tell, she is a woman who does drag. She is not a gay man. Do not tap her ass when she walks by you at the club.
I mean, you can, but prepare for the speech that comes after.
I have a video. I have a video of her yelling at a guy.
Because he was touching Jamie without permission, and I was not down for it.
Jamie, can you tell everyone a little bit about what you and Courtney do? You have this thing going on called Drag Coven, and this is so cool. I want everyone to know.
Yes. We were on the way back from one of our. I met Megan when we went to go see Bianca Del Rio in Pittsburgh with my friend Michael, and then I've been doing things with Courtney for I don't even know a long period of time. We started doing drag shows and whatever. Because we both love Drag Race, and then we just got a little bit insane. And
got carried away.
When we came back from one of our shows in Warren, with a bunch of the queens, and I was like, well, why don't we do like a little group thing where we focus on like giving queens gifts because we like to appreciate them for giving us entertainment.
We'll do crafts.
We'll take really good pictures and videos of them. We'll do crafts. We'll make costumes just to get ourselves noticed. So on the way back, I was just like, well, why don't we just call ourselves like the Drag Coven or whatever?
Yeah, because so let's explain it because nobody knows what a coven is. So everybody thinks it's Drag Coven because it's not a coven.
I don't know what a coven is.
So a coven, if you're like a girl, I know. If you're a straight girl that likes drag, they call you a drag hag. A hag is a witch. A group of witches is a coven. Drag coven. Yeah. So it started as a joke. Though. Yeah, but it started as a joke. We were like giggling about, drag coven, that's so funny. And then we started traveling, and people started actually liking it. So.
And now it's a thing.
So now we're drag coven.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Now you're like BFF with a bunch of
We
huge
have
drag
a
stars.
couple of queens that we really love.
Just a couple.
Yeah, we have. We had a really good. We do like really big trips. And the other week we went on like a 10-day extravaganza trip.
Yeah.
And we went to like after parties with queens. We went to the bars after with them when they're out of their makeup and boy. And Courtney is a good talker, so she's formed a lot of relationships with them. Megan is really good friends with Sharon Needles and his boyfriend now. Yeah. Like they, we were supposed to go over for dinner one day, but that didn't.
They slept till 5.
We travel. Yeah. And nobody books queens at where Courtney's from Ottawa. It takes her about 6 hours to get to where I live, but I'm near Toronto. So from Toronto, the closest place that we go is Warren, Michigan, which is like 3 hours away. And then from there, it goes from like 6 to 8 hours. Like we go to Chicago a lot. We go to New York. We go to Pittsburgh is a really big one for drag. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're kind of doing now. And it's pretty fun. I find it really fun.
That's all right.
My money on other than Gaga.
Yeah, it's like a good filler for when Gaga's like far away and doing things that we can't do. And then there's queens instead. Because we got to fangirl over something and we explode.
Where are we going to put our energy?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
I follow Jamie in a lot of places, but everyone should follow her on Instagram. She always posts photos of her and Courtney and the drag queens. Plus, you guys both do faux drag. I don't know if Jamie has performed before or if Thursday's the first time that you're performing.
She's gonna come perform with me.
Are you excited or are you nervous?
Nervous?
Excited.
No, she's definitely.
No, I'm really annoying, and when I'm in front of a crowd, I'm just like, let's do it.
Jamie won a competition at RuPaul Bots, and she won. So I did the same competition in Pittsburgh. They brought me on stage, and they gave me a costume, and I strutted my frickin' face off. But I was up against a cute guy who took his pants off and a famous local drag queen, so I had no chance. And then Jamie got up in Toronto and did the same thing. And again, a cute guy who, he was tragic. I forgot. But he did take his clothes off. But he took his clothes off. He was cute. He just didn't know what he was doing and just kept wiggling. And then another queen who we love, who's totally fierce, and Jamie won. So she's gonna be just fine on stage.
Can you guys believe?
And I'm gonna be Willem, so I just have to pretend like I don't care about anything.
Can you believe what we're encouraging young kids to do?
I mean, paint your
if
eyebrows.
you're a girl, then dress like a guy, and if you're a
like
guy,
a girl.
then get on stage and take your pants off. Things have reversed here, haven't they?
And this is a problem.
Identity politics.
I don't even know what that means.
I think it is really interesting how, our lives have kind of formed themselves around the fact that we are fans.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Amanda from Catch a Fan Radio talks a lot about fan culture and what we people who define ourselves as fans turn into our lives and how being a fan becomes a hobby or part of a lifestyle. And you guys have totally taken over drag culture by putting fan culture in with it. So kudos to you.
Thanks.
And Courtney, you and I, we're just two people out of a huge number of people that have turned Being a Little Monster into a fun project from time to time. So I think that is what we should encourage people to do. No matter what you're interested in, if you're watching this right now, think that in the future you could be talking to your favorite stars, not as, a business person or as a crazy fan walking down the street and seeing them, but just because you're friends and it's cool to interact with each other. Period.
Liking things is so much fun. I love liking things.
And Elisa is awesome also. I know that her name on the Hangout says Lisa, but it's definitely Elisa.
With an A in front of it.
I met Elisa, in case you haven't seen Elisa before, I met Elisa backstage at the Cleveland Art Rave, and she was the letter person. She threw her letter on stage, and Gaga opened it and read it. And
I remember that.
Elisa,
Yep,
real fast.
I remember we were there.
You almost remember it.
Were all of us at Cleveland?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You guys were? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cleveland truly did change my life. Because between getting to meet Gaga and getting to meet Tim and the things that have happened since then, it has been a life-changing experience for me. It's been just amazing.
I can tell you, for those who don't know, I am staying with Elisa right now while we get Populove sorted out, and she's working with me on Populove. And one of the first memories I have of Elisa is being backstage waiting to go meet Gaga and being in this room for 2 hours where we all had nothing to do but talk to each other. At first, we weren't even sure if we were allowed to take our phones out. We're all kind of just
we were whatever. I mean, and eventually they brought us water. We got water.
That's good.
But I asked everyone, no one there knowing that I was Tim or what Radio Art Pop, well, some people knew what Radio Art Pop was, but they didn't know what I was there for or who I was. So I started asking people at the table just, what do you do? Or how did you get backstage? Or what's your favorite song on Art Pop? Stuff like that. And Elisa was the first person in the group to look at me and ask back, oh, what do you do?
Of course.
And now we're practically family. So
practically family.
That is how.
You're the son that I never had. I mean, come on.
So wait, is one of you upstairs and one of you downstairs right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
you actually?
Actually, I'm in the basement and she's
Okay,
upstairs.
wait a minute.
Bad scramble. Bad scramble. Let's count how long. Let's time her. How long does it take her to get all the way down the basement? She's I can picture her running down the stairs.
6. I don't-
7. I'm
She's
just
gonna have to come behind here because I don't really want to.
hoping we don't suddenly hear like stumbling sounds because she skipped a step and fell or something. Yeah! Yay!
Yeah, I'm in the basement. and she's
That's great.
Yeah. See, it works.
That's
That's
funny.
so funny.
Okay, so I am going to finish this up. Everyone, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on, Elisa.
I love you.
Our original guest could not make it. Yuling had some sort of school project. We talked about this guy, Josh, being on the show tonight. He is so cool. If you saw the tweet about him meeting Gaga, click the link, watch the video that CBS did on him. I think he has an interview with Ryan Seacrest later this month about meeting Gaga outside of the Stevie Wonder tribute.
What?
Yeah. This Josh guy is really cool, and he runs a high school like dance group that uses dance to combat bullying.
Oh, how
Awesome.
cool. That's
So,
awesome.
really cool guy. He's supposed to be on next week since he couldn't make it this week. As always, thank you, littlemonsters.com, for your support each week. Thank you, Lady Gaga. Thank you, everyone working for Lady Gaga. You work your asses off.
We
Not as
love
much as
you.
She does, but a whole lot. And I need to get Chica's video ready so that you music lovers can listen to some art pop remixes. Who's ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to week 20 of Radio ARTPOP's downloads. My name is Catherine, aka Chica Skaz on the interwebs, and I'm back with another great set of Gaga sounds for your enjoyment. Here we have some more excellent tunes from the depths of the internet. Off an obscure remixer's site called Crooklyn Clan, here is a Jake Reno remix of Aura called Collision Peak Hour. Check it out. Jake has remixed a lot of Gaga in the past. Much of it can be found on crooklyn.net, small price. For more on the site, www.jakereno.net. Excellent setup. Whoops. Excellent to blast. Check that out. There's a lot on that Crooklyn Clan website. They usually run a buck or two. Excellent, very worth it. Next, also from Crooklyn Clan, here is an excellent version of Do What You Want by DJ Starjack. And you can find him on facebook.com/DJ Starjack. It's called the Big Room Edit. I walk alone. Check this out. It's a slow build, but it's coming. Just excellent to dance to, jog to, work out to. A little breakdown right there. And finally, speaking of Facebook, I'm a member of a Facebook group called Music Is My Life. It was started by a DJ in South America, DJ David Kokas, good buddy of mine. He often features work by AJ of SoundCloud, AJ30, and this is a lovely retro synth reworking of Extremes, aka Sex Streams, by AJ of SoundCloud. Very 80s, very retro. Very smooth. Very sexy. And you can find him on soundcloud.com/AJ-30. And all of these songs you've heard today can be downloaded from populove.net and in the description of this video. I hope you enjoy them. We will see you next week with more excellent tracks. And in a couple weeks, I'll be back on Radio Art Pop as a guest. So I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, enjoy these tunes. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Oh my
Last night,